This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so the Agile which we discussed last class, that is one of the model out of all those software development lifecycle models. So that Agile again we will discuss in detail for today's session. Okay, so many companies are using nowadays these Agile process and these Scrum related things. So these are few names it is mentioned here: Microsoft, Yahoo, Google, Electronic Arts, Moon Studies, Lockheed, Philips. Lot of companies are there: IBM, Wipro, Accenture, TCS. Everywhere they are using nowadays. Okay, so what you are getting here: individuals and interactions. Okay, so each and every person who will work in the project, they will be interact with some process and tools for this Agile. So some tools will be used. That can be Jira tools, or that can be like RTM, or so many tools are available in market. Then nowadays some tools are going on Azure DevOps. So many tools are available. Any tools is required. So if you are using the tools, then you should know the process also how to use. Okay, then working software over comprehensive documentation. So based on the Agile process or Scrum methodology, what we are using, we have to maintain some document also. Few documents we need to prepare. Customer collaboration. So need to submit all the details to the customer also. They are also using the same tool, customer or client, so that without any meeting also they can see from their end. Directly they can see whatever it is going on from our side. What status is there, what completed, what not completed, any risk is there or not, everything they can capture. Responding to change, following a plan. So any change is required or any changing is coming suddenly, then also immediately respond, and some plan need to do for that. Okay, so Scrum is one part of this Agile, that is very important one, Scrum. And everywhere the Scrum only nowadays they are using. So what is this Scrum? Return, gift, cancel. So whenever you are purchasing any item, any dress material or any bike or anything, if it is not good, immediately you are returning. If any offer is there, you are taking the gift immediately. If not required, you have planned and due to some problem your plan is changed something, you are immediately cancelling also. So in this Scrum also, same things will happen. Whatever you are planning for today work, immediately you have to share. What you completed yesterday, immediately just previous for today, that is yesterday. So that need to inform. And tomorrow, what is your plan? So yesterday, today, and tomorrow, that need to be mentioned or informed to the team. That is the main goal of this Scrum. So product backlog also it will come different terminology. So about the product means project, which project you are working, if that is for one product. In which case it can be called as a product, in which case it can be called as a project. Product means direct you are preparing that for that company only, and they will sell outside. That is a product. And project means what is that? You are working for one company. That company is getting from some other company. You are working for TCS. TCS got one requirement or one application related things from one another company, that is Vodafone, suppose. So in that case, you are servicing. That is a service based. You are servicing to another company. So those type of things are called as project. They are giving us some part of their requirement or something. We are developing and doing the testing. That is called as a project. Product means no client, nothing. Direct you will work in that, and the one tools or product or application you are only developing for that company, TCS or IBM or Vodafone or anywhere, and that will be sold out outside. That is called as a product. So here product will come to the picture, and all the informations of data, features, application, understanding, those things will also come. Those are called as backlog. So basically sprint will contain 2 to 4 weeks Last class we already discussed minimum is 2 weeks, maximum is 4 weeks. So basically 3 weeks they are doing in many companies. Sprint goal. One sprint goal is required. So what is this goal? Goal means sprint. Already we discussed what is sprint. One cycle, 21 days cycle or 14 days cycle or 28 days cycle. So in that cycle, one release will happen. We have to start our work, including development, testing, everything from day 1 only, and day 14 or day 21 or day 28, that cycle will be completed. So within that cycle, we have to complete so many tasks. And what is the goal of that sprint? Suppose you are working for 28 days cycle. So in that case, what is the goal? That's sprint number 3, suppose. January first 21 days, 2021, sprint 1, that is. Now again next 21 days, from 21 to, if you will calculate how many days it is coming, February 13 or 12 it is coming. So cycle 2 means sprint 2 is completed. Now sprint 3 is going on, who are following 3 weeks process. For those companies, sprint 3 of 2021 is going on right now. So what is the goal of this sprint 3 2021? That need to be find out. So it is not like that only requirement. So here in goal, what will be mentioned? Suppose something failed in the last sprint, you have not captured, or some mistake happened, not only from you, from team. Whatever the problems happen, all those things need to consider, and then we need to rectify those problems in this next sprint. So that should be the goal now. Okay, so again, goal means the work purpose, those are common only, compulsory need to do. On top of that, which we missed out or which we have not performed well or some problem happened, that we can rectify in this coming sprint. That goal we should mention. Sprint backlog, all the details, data, informations will be mentioned for that sprint, what work we will do, who will work, how many hours will be there, what type of task will be do, how many tasks are there, how many features are there, how many stories are there, all those details will be mentioned there. That is called as a sprint backlog. You can remember these names, these are required. Potentially shippable product increment. So slowly it will increment that product or project. 3 weeks, one part gone, again next 3 weeks another cycle, again few parts will come. In that way it will go like incrementing way, incremental order. Then some coupons will be there. So based on the customer scenario, if it is required, some coupons will be there, how many days you completed, before timeline you completed, then some offers will come, or you will be assigned into some kind of different things. So those are called as one coupon. Okay, so this this Scrum will happen within how many hours of interval? 24 hours. So within 24 hours, again we have to do one sprint, Scrum meeting. So in this Scrum is just meeting, your team meeting. Previously we are telling it as a team meeting. Now we are telling it as a Scrum meeting. So for your Scrum, one cycle is called as one sprint, and in that sprint, daily basis one meeting will happen. That is called as a Scrum meeting. Okay, so that is just a team meeting only. Daily 9 hours, 9 a.m. or 11 a.m. your team will be stand up or sit in a meeting room or somewhere, and you need to discuss. That is called as a Scrum meeting only. So in Agile methodology, it is called as a Scrum meeting. And if it is not Agile methodology, then just we are telling team meeting we are doing. That's all. Nothing is there. No confusion. So same time need to do that. That's why 24 hours it is mentioned. Today, if you are doing at 9 a.m., then tomorrow also it should be due at 9 a.m. You cannot change the time. Every day 9 a.m. is our Scrum meeting. That is team meeting. So today 9 a.m. and tomorrow 10 a.m. Day after tomorrow 11 a.m. Another day it will be again 9 a.m. It should not happen like that. 24 hours of interval should be there. Okay, so here again it is mentioned putting it all together. 2 to 4 weeks it will take one cycle, means sprint. Then 24 hours will be the Scrum meeting. Daily it will happen. It should not miss. And the maximum duration of that meeting is 15 minutes only. Max, it should not exceed 15 minutes, that meeting. Time is very important, unnecessary. No need to do the time wait for each person. because 8 persons are doing that meeting, 1 hour is gone. Then for 8 persons, 8 hours gone. 8 hours means you can just imagine how much billing is coming from the client. In office projects, billing is happening based on hours only. So one hour also important. Some thousands dollar they are expending for one hour. So it is calculating everywhere. That's why no wastage of time in any unnecessary meeting. Just 15 minutes. That's all. Max that is. Then product backlog, product related more information. Sprint backlog, in sprint whatever the informations are there. So under product only sprint is coming. One part of that product only. So many teams are working in that sprint. Again in next sprint, again so many teams will work. Product is very big one. It is going in increasing order. Okay. Next, potentially shippable product increment. So that product continuously it will go till completed. Now come to sprints. Scrum projects make progress in a series of sprints. So some series of sprints will be there. In one sprint, the whole project or product work will not complete within 3 weeks or 4 weeks or 2 weeks. It will take some time, maybe 10 sprints or something it will take. Okay, so in one sprint, maybe that project which came from the company or client, 10 teams are there. So 10 teams are working for that project. One team containing 7 or 8 members. So 10 team are working, means 80 persons are working. All 80 persons are following with different team with 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks like that. Similarly, one sprint completed, again some other task they will do in the next sprint, some part of that project. Again after the sprint, again some part of that project they will do. Like that it will go in continuous some progress. Series wise it will go sprint 1, sprint 2, sprint 3, sprint 4 like that, and it will be mentioned in initially only how many sprint will plan to complete this project or product. So 10 or 20 or whatever it may be, they will plan. That is called as series of sprints, analogous to extreme programming iterations. So this is not exactly like extreme programming. Last class we discussed extreme programming. So here that concept will not come, but little bit it can be similar. Typical duration 2 to 4 weeks. Minimum 2 weeks, maximum 4 weeks. Constant duration leads to a better rhyme. So one constant duration always need to follow. 3 weeks means from starting to ending of your product or project, whatever you are working whole year, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, you have to continue with 3 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 weeks only. 2 weeks means only 2 weeks you have to refer. 4 weeks means 4 weeks you have to refer. You cannot change for first sprint 2 weeks, then second sprint 3 weeks, third sprint 4 weeks, fourth sprint again 2 weeks, like that it cannot be changed. Whatever is considered from starting, that only continues. So before starting that project or product, some higher management already they are deciding how many days we can keep, how many weeks we can keep. Product is designed, coded and tested during these sprints. So everything will happen within this sprint only. Testing will happen, development will happen, coding, design, everything will happen here. Okay, sequence of some development. Requirements phase will come, requirement analysis. First of all, whatever requirement will come, development people will understand that, testing people will understand that, then architect people will understand that. Architect people will start design. So some document they can prepare with low level design, high level design, algorithm, flowchart, all those things. Then coding will start, then testing also it will be start. Testing means actual execution. Before starting actual execution, testers will be involved in understanding test case preparation, test plan, document preparation, and all those related activity they will do. Okay, Scrum teams do a little of everything also. All together it will be one Scrum team. In that team, developer will be there, tester will be there, business analyst will be there, product owner will be there, manager, everybody will be present in that. No separate testing team and no separate development team if it is an agile approach. If no agile approach you are following, then testing teams will be different, development teams will be different, like that it will happen. No changes during a sprint. So changes should not happen. You already started your work, already it is decided that in this sprint we have to deliver this part and this is the requirement. So in middle, from client side, they should not change. If changing, then that will be impact a lot, because short period only we are getting 2 weeks or 3 weeks only, all things will be disturbed, our proper plan. And it will be dependent for others also, other team and next sprint also. If this sprint is delaying, then next sprint will be delayed. So whole plan will be disturbed. That's why who are giving the requirement from upstream system or upside, from higher management level or client side, they also need to follow this approach. Whatever they are giving means first they need to finalize, and final one only they should provide. In middle, if they are coming and telling that this should happen, that should change, it will be great problem. So they should also follow that approach. Plan sprint duration around how long you can commit to keeping change out of the sprint. So it should be very strictly committed. No changes should happen in middle. Scrum framework. So these are some Scrum framework. Totally 3 parts. This framework is divided into 3 parts: roles, ceremonies, and artifacts. Under roles, the main persons are: one will be product owner. So for your Scrum team, for your team, 7 persons or 9 persons will be there. Out of all those, one will be the owner. So mostly in many companies, they are recruiting one business analyst person as a owner. So she or he will be the owner of your requirements. Whatever you are getting, 5, 10, 20, 30, whatever requirements you are getting, he or she will be the owner. So that person is called as a product owner. Another person will be Scrum Master. Like team lead, one Scrum Master will be there. So that Scrum Master person, ladies and gents, anybody. So mostly they are giving who are having Scrum Master certification or having more experience or having some Scrum team handling experience. For those kind of people, first preference. If those kind of persons are not available in the team, then maybe it will come to another person also with some other priority experience. So one person will be Scrum Master. He or she will take all the track status of the project, whole team, what completed, what not completed, then any chart diagram is there, then you have done or not, and daily basis you are filling your task status, hours or not, all those things he or she can take care. So that role is called as a Scrum Master role. And another is team. So others will be behave as a team member, engineer. All are called as engineer here. No tester, no developer, no supporter, nothing. So here different names will not come. One will be product owner, second will be Scrum Master, and others will be team member only. So all are engineer here. These are the roles. Now ceremonies. So what are the different events will be performed in one Scrum team or in one sprint or one release cycle, you can say. So first ceremony is sprint planning. Whenever you will start, suppose your last sprint is completed today. So tomorrow, first sprint planning will happen. So next 21 days, what work we have to do, what type of task we can complete. Then who will involve? Anybody is taking any leave or not? Any planned leave is there or not? So all those things will be considered and mentioned or update in that tool. That is called as sprint planning. Then sprint review. After planning that, on top of Scrum Master, one Agile coach will be there. Means to whom he or she is reporting that Scrum Master, they will do the review. For project manager, they can engage in that for review. If any problem is there, any modification, addition is required, again they will discuss and it can be updated. Next will be sprint retrospective. Okay, so what is that retrospective? If that sprint is completed 21 days, then last day, suppose today is completing, then today one meeting should happen and need to discuss with all the team members what we observed in this cycle, in this sprint. Any problem, any improvement is required, all are welcome to give the explanation or points, knowingly or unknowingly. If they all are not feeling comfortable in front of all, need to tell those points, fine, they can mention in that tool so that name will not appear, then discuss those points. Somebody is telling that one tool should be required, SQL monitor, to capture all the data. That can be considered. Take it forward to the higher management. We are planning this. If it is fine, then you can add give these chances. That is one point. Similarly, other persons are telling that in starting we have lot of problem or doubts, but nobody were clearing the doubts. So if any dedicated persons will be assigned for us, one from product owner side or business analyst side or anybody, then it will be good. Otherwise, it is going delay and it is impacting our timeline. Somebody posted that. So that is one point. Similarly, different persons can post different points. Those points will be discussed and how those can be manageable in next sprint. How we can manage that need to be finalized. That is called as a sprint retrospective. After complete, you need to find out the points. What is good, what is bad. So that for next sprint it will be helpful. Daily Scrum meeting. This is also one ceremony or event. Daily we need to conduct that meeting. Don't miss. 9 a.m. means daily we have to conduct 9 a.m. 15 minutes, just 15 minutes. These are the ceremony. So one is role, another is ceremonies, and another is artifacts. So what is artifact? Product backlog. Artifacts means some documentation. Different name of documentation is artifacts. So product backlog, we can get some documentation or information. Sprint backlog, and another is burn down charts. So product backlog means related to the whole project or product detail information, end-to-end flow that will be mentioned somewhere. That is product backlog. Sprint backlog means in this sprint only, sprint number 3, what is required, what features we will test, what application is there, what exactly the requirement. Not for sprint 2, not for sprint 4, only for sprint 3. That is called as sprint backlog. And another is burn down chart. Burn down chart means daily you are burning your hours. How many hours you are working. So daily it is expected 8 hours you have to work in the office. 1 hour, lunch break, snacks break, all those things. And you can attend one small meeting like that. 8 hours dedicatedly you have to work. So those 8 hours you have to update in your tool. Today 8 hours I worked this task and completed or not completed. Need to update that. So daily it is updating means we are burning our hours. So day 1, 21 day sprint you will work. So in the 21 day cycle, maybe 3 Saturday Sunday are there. So you can minus that. 21 minus Saturday Sunday is holiday. 15 days after doing minus. Out of 15 days again some other national holiday is there. Suppose national holiday, 2 holidays are there. One is January 26 and another is February, some other event suppose. 2 days are holiday. So 15 minus 2, 13 days. Again, you have some planned vacation. You are going to your native place for due to some urgency or some marriage ceremony or something. That also you can do minus. So total 10 working days. 10 working days you can work for this sprint 3. 1 working day you will work for 8 hours. So 10 working day you have to work for 80 hours. In that 80 hours, what are the tasks you will do? Those you have to mention on day 1 here in sprint planning. Okay, in sprint planning, need to mention that here in this sprint planning. So those plannings, whichever you are mentioned, day by day we have to burn that. Means we have to complete that. 8 hours completed means 8 hours time is burned from that task. Next day again 8 hours you can burn. Like that 8 hours, 8 hours, daily, all candidates will burn. Then for you 80 hours. So in a team 8 members are there, then 640 hours around. Some are not taking leave, then maybe 680 hours, or on an average all are taking 3 days leave. Then you can calculate 640 hours, whatever it may be. So those 640 hours will be burned daily. 8% should daily burn 64 hours. Those are required. So that is called as a burn down chart. In interview, we will get what is burn down chart. Okay, now come to product owner. So what are the responsibility or what about the product owner? What they can do? Okay, so till now, any doubt? Till now, any doubt? Manasa, Kivi, Vinod, Sudha, Raghupati, or okay. Next is product owner. So one person will be in your team as product owner. Mostly BA people are there, business analyst only. They are keeping as a product owner. So they will define the features of the product. What is the requirement? What is the flow of that project that they will define? Decide on release date. So they will decide the release date, when the date will come, that release date, and content, how the release will happen, who will involve in that, how many hours it will take, night or day or weekend, they will decide on that. Be responsible for the profitability of the product. So also they will be responsible, take the responsibility for profitability. So how that product or project is developing, it will give more profit or more business to the customers or client. Within short period they will complete, then more profit or business will start, or any new implementation they will do. So all those things they will take the consideration and they are responsible on that. Then prioritize the features. So product will be very big one, they will split that into multiple features, maybe 10, 20, 30, 40 features will be splitted. So after splitting these features, they will prioritize which will be priority one in first sprint need to complete, which will be priority two, second sprint, which will be priority three, third sprint. Like that, 1, 2, 3, 4 features they will give into some sprint. And in one sprint, suppose 5 features they have given, then 5 teams will work on that. One feature, one team they will work. Like that it will happen. Then adjust features and priority every iteration as needed. So adjust the features, suppose plus minus it is not working out in one sprint, that is big features is there, that is not possible to complete in one sprint, then 70% around they can split with again two iteration. Okay. So 70% they can keep in first sprint, again 30% they can keep in another sprint, that can also they can do. Accept or reject work results. So whenever work started, so how it is going on, correctly going on or incorrectly going on, or any process need to do or something wrong in between that, need to observe all those, provide the result. Okay, so these are the responsibilities of product owner. Now Scrum Master. So here team lead funda is not there if you are working in the Agile. Maybe designation in the company will be lead, but all are individual contributor and all have to work here. No team lead, no manager, nothing here. So one person will be Scrum Master, one person will be Product Owner. So Product Owner's responsibilities are those. Now coming to Scrum Master, what are the responsibilities? Represents management to the project. So for that project of your team, he or she will take the responsibility to take the status. He will be responsible for enacting Scrum values and practices. So what exactly this Scrum? What is the value of this Scrum? What is the purpose of this meeting? To take the status. So he will focus on that only and check all people are maintaining in that tool or not, how many hours they have worked. So all these things only he or he will do. Removes impediments. So unnecessary things, any things is going on which is not required also, she need to check or he need to check, Scrum Master need to ensure that the team is fully functional and productive. So always need to ensure that you are working correctly, productive. You are not wasting your time. Suppose network is down, so you cannot sit ideally whole day. Need to utilize that time in some other way. Learn some other thing for that day. If work is less, so you can go and learn with some Python or some other language or database things or any scripting or anything which can be useful in future. Like that, sometimes something can happen. So don't sit ideally. Use properly that time. That is called as productive. Productively need to work. Enable close cooperation across all roles and functions. So close cooperation should be there. All are in a team only. Development, testers, support, infra, BA, all are within a team only. So cooperation is most required. Without cooperating, it will be very difficult. shield the team from external interference. So externally, if any other teams are telling our work you can do and daily basis you can connect with those type of disturbance can come externally. Those are not our team member. If that is high priority, need to involve. If not high priority, then ignore that. So how to ignore? He can handle. Scrum Master can handle. Then the team. This is another role. So typically 5 to 9 people will be involved in the Scrum team. Minimum 5, maximum 9. Based on the requirement, it can be 6, 7, 8 or 9 like that. So minimum 5. 5 to 9 members of team will be there. Cross-functional. So here it is not specific, that team is not specific that this team is a testing team, this team is a development team. No. Here this is cross-functional team. So in that team, programmers will be there, database developers will be there, support persons will be there, designers will be there, BA will be there, testers will be there, everybody will be present in that same team. Cross-functionality. Members should be full-time, maybe exception that is database administration. So full-time you need to work 8 hours whole day. If your office work is 11 to 8, then you can concentrate 11 to 8. So that all are in the same place, tester, developer, all can reach to each other wherever required and work can be progressed. Suppose development teams are working at morning time, testers are working evening time, it is very difficult to cooperate. So same time only need to prefer full time. Teams are self-organizing. So teams will be built by you people only. Other persons will not come. You have to build your team. You can give one name of your team. Many teams they are giving the name like Taekwondo, then Kaiji, Hero, like the different names they are giving. So you only form a team. You only give the team name and inform to the client so that they will discuss about the name of the team only. Client side. Hero team, what is the status? They will ask like that. They will not ask Sudha what you did. So one team formation, one team name also required here. So within the team only you can decide yourself and give one good name. Membership should change only between sprints. Okay, so within this sprint only, if membership is suppose any person is telling that I cannot handle the what is the Scrum Master role in this sprint. So initially need to inform. Another person can take. It is not like the Scrum Master means he is a manager or something. Not like that. Just a team member only. So another person also take up that and he can do. Less experienced candidate also take up that. Okay, so those were the roles. Now next is ceremonies. So in these ceremonies, sprint planning is one part, first part. In that sprint planning, what to do? Team capacity. So what is the capacity of the team? Capacity means hours, total hours need to work for that sprint. Okay, so these are interview questions. What is capacity? What is burn down chart? Those questions we will get in interviews. Okay, so what is the team capacity means total hours. So in your team, just before sometimes give one example. One day 8 hours, 21 days cycle is there for one sprint, 6 days holiday like Saturday, Sunday, weekends, and 2 days is national holiday, and 3 days you are taking leave. Suppose so 10 days it is coming 80 hours per you. Similarly, for another of your team member 85 hours, another of your team member 78 hours, like that different hours will be there. So all together how much it is coming? 640 or 600 or 700 hours for this sprint. That is called as a team capacity. After deducting all the national holiday, weekends and personal leaves, whatever the hours are left, that is called as team capacity. Suppose 600 hours are there for your team, then 600 hours of work will be assigned to your team. So your team name is Hero. So Hero team will be assigned for 600 hours of work for this sprint number 3. That is called as team capacity. So you can do your work or highest capacity of your team is 600 hours. Next is product backlog. So related to the project or product, whole informations will be there. That is called as a product backlog. Business conditions, some conditions will be there. So this date release will happen. And daily basis, we need to attend the Scrum meeting. Like that, some rules will be there to follow that Agile methodology. Those are the conditions. current product. So currently you are working in which product? Then technology, which technology are using? So all these things need to plan in starting only, first day of the sprint only. Tomorrow our sprint 3 will start, then tomorrow we need to do all these things in first hour. Technology means which tools technology need to be used in this sprint, Oracle or Java or Selenium, all those things. Okay, so that only here it is mentioned. Vacation also it will be mentioned, anybody is going for vacation. Then in that sprint planning, another work is after complete all these activities, then second half need to define the task, create the task and mention the hours. Which task, how many hours? Suppose you are a team member, you are working for testing related activities, you are a tester. So you have to mention your work hours will be in the sprint 80 hours. So you can create 80 hours task. So in one task, you cannot mention all 80 hours. One task can consist of minimum 1 hour and maximum 16 hours. That is the rule. So test case writing one task, you can mention how many hours it will take. You are thinking 2 days it will take. Then you can mention 60 hours, 16 hours. 1 day is 8 hours, 2 days is 16 hours. Then review of the test cases and update the comments. 4 hours, something you can mention. Then test data preparation, one task you can create. Test data preparations, you are thinking 8 hours, mention 8 hours. Then test case execution. In the test case execution, more time it will consume actually. So test case execution, suppose it will take around 60 hours. So 60 hours you cannot write in one task. So you can split that task. Test case execution for functionality. Test case execution for data integrity. Like that, different names you can give and split. So 4 or 5 tasks you can create for this test case execution. After the defect fix will come, any defects you are getting sent to development team, they will fix that, and again you have to retest and close. So that also you can create one task, defect retest one task, 8 hours or something you can keep. Like that, all those hours with task name you have to create on the day one only. So here few examples are given. Code middle tower, one developer have written 8 hours. Code for user interface 4 hours. Write text fixtures 4 hours. Code for some classes 6 hours. So some development activity they have done. Similarly for you also testing activity you can. Daily Scrum parameters. What are the parameters of your daily Scrum? Daily need to perform daily. Don't keep that today it will happen, tomorrow it will not happen, day after tomorrow it will happen, another day it will not happen, or no alternate, nothing. Every day 15 minutes same time, and the process is stand up. Just stand up in your cubicle and within your team need to discuss. If you are not feeling comfortable, stand up within the cubicle, go to one meeting room. So here some images are there in a meeting room that team is discussing. So that can also happen, no problem. Which you are comfortable. Decide with your team only. No need to ask anybody. Not for problem solving. This is not for problem solving. Any problem is coming, if you are discussing, then it will drag to 1 hour, 2 hours. So don't discuss any problem. This is not a meeting for solving the problem. This is just a status only for each person. What you did yesterday, what you are planning for today, what you are planning for tomorrow. That's all. So each person can tell just 2 minutes or 3 minutes only, and need to close within 15 minutes. Whole world is invited, not the problem solving. Only team members, scrum master, product owner can talk here. No other persons will be involved here. Some from other team, somebody is coming, not allowed here. Your team only, you will be involved. Help avoid other unnecessary meetings. So unnecessary topics are there, don't discuss in this scrum meeting. It should be complete within 15 minutes only. So purely based on your status need to be discussed here. That is daily scrum. Okay, so here the basic 3 things in the scrum meeting is what did you do yesterday? You have to tell. Then what will you do today? And is anything in your way? Or next day what you will do tomorrow? That is the main intention here. Okay, next is sprint review. So till now, any questions? Daily Scrum means daily activity, Scrum meeting. So whenever you are doing the Scrum meeting, what are the parameters? Means what you are discussing. Stand up, you can stand and discuss. Okay, not liking for stand up. Rule wise stand, you should be stand up and discuss. But if you are not following the rule, then you can sit in your chair also, you can discuss, no problem. But again, you are not feeling comfortable in the cubicle, then go to one meeting room, like people are sitting here in the image. Same. Okay, next is sprint review. Okay, so what is that sprint review? In this sprint review, sprint plan is there. In that sprint plan, who are involved? Your team only. In sprint review, some other persons also they will involve. Client side, one or two persons will be involved. Manager will be involved. They will review that on top of you, whatever you plan. They will review that, and not only for you, it will be review for other teams also, other Scrum team also. So your Scrum team name is Hero, another Scrum team name is suppose Taekwondo. Like that, 5 Scrum teams are there. So all those together, they will attend the meeting, online or offline, whatever it may be. And for each team wise, it will be discussed 1 hour or something. It will happen 2 hours. So 2 hours. Rule wise, it is 2 hours. Here slide will not come direct, they will use the tools only, and for each team it will be discussed. Whatever tasks you created, those are appropriate or not, can you able to complete or not. So whatever leaves are updated, really you will take that leave or what exactly, any difficulty, any challenges are there or not in this requirement. So those things will be discussed here. Next is sprint retrospective. So periodically take a look at what is and not working. So after complete that sprint, suppose tomorrow it will start your sprint, 21 days. So tomorrow is 16, 21 days means how, which date it will be? Approximately March 6 or 7. So when is the last day, 21st date? On that day, your team meeting will happen again. So your team will be involved, no other manager or anybody. So that team meeting, what they will discuss, what going bad means what went bad in this sprint and what went good. Your good points and bad points from each individual you can tell. Fill up in the tool or in front of all you can tell whatever you like. So that is called as a retrospective. Good bad things you can find out of this whole sprint which you work. So that any bad things is there, you can rectify in the next sprint. That's why the name they have given is retrospective. So bad things can be rectified. Okay, so whole team will participate. Maximum 15 to 30 minutes this meeting will happen, not more than that. And after complete every sprint, it will happen, not only for one sprint. Whole teams will be participate. Scrum Master, Product Owner, team, and possibly customers and others if required. Start, stop, continue. Okay, so here whole team gathers and discuss what they had like to. So when to start the work, then when to stop our work, and how we will continue the work. That also need to discuss in this retrospective. So start means in which way we can start working. Suppose we are facing problem understanding the requirement. So how we can start? In starting only we are getting the problem. At the end time, 5 requirements are there. You are 5 members. Suppose testing only 3 persons are available. One is Manasi, second is Sudha, and third is Vinod. So Vinod completed, Sudha completed, Manasi is not completed. So they completed before 2 days sitting ideally. But Manasi not completed, they did not help. So this is a negative point. So if anybody completed, started and completed, you can help also. If you are not helping to each other, you cannot complete. So this is one demerits we found. Like that, whatever it is going on, any demerits, bad things can be found here. So start stop related only need to identify so that it will not create any problem, and continue that process. Which is good one, continue that. Which is bad one, rectify it. Last is artifacts. Artifacts is another framework of Scrum. So this is related to documentation. So one is product backlog. That is, product means project related information will be present, all the requirements, then what work will come, then which will be prioritized, one, prioritize two, prioritize three, like that need to find out. If it is looks like priority 2 you have given, again need to change, that should be priority 4, then change also. Okay, so here sample product backlog, it is mentioned backlog items. So in that backlog, it is mentioned allow a guest to make a reservation. Something is going to reserve, suppose any hotel you are going need to reserve. Small example it is. So for reservation, you have to follow some process, some hours it will take. Then some guest will come, they can cancel also due to some reason. As a guest, I want to change the dates of a reservation. We can change also another date. Like that, this is one example. So in that backlog also, what requirement came, what exactly that is, how many hours it will take, how many story will be there, how many tasks can be done, how many people will be involved, what is the flow, all those things will be mentioned, and high level the estimation will be happen. So all together some hours it will come, 550 hours or 500 or 3000 or whatever it may be, it will come. Next is sprint goal. So for each sprint, based on your experience and discussed in the retrospective, retrospective, the last part. So before starting or working in that sprint, only day one need to define the goal. What is your goal in this sprint? So some goals are coming in the real scenario, like team members are giving. We will complete the task, whatever the timeline are already defined. In that timeline only we will complete. That is one point. We will not delay anything. Developer people are writing some goals in this sprint. Will not make delay to deliver our codes to the testing team, because if they are delivering, then testing teams are getting problem, testing people are getting problem. So if 3 days they deliver late, then for testing it will not go delay. 21 days means 10, 21 days only. So testing are getting looser. So they have, this is a lot of cases it is happening. Developer people are always delaying. So they have to be commit, then we will not delay in this sprint. So this type of goals will be mentioned. Or if any challenges are there, we can use some other tools or technology or applications or databases or anything also can be mentioned. These are the goals. Individuals sign up for work of their own choosing. Work is never assigned. Okay, so nobody will assign to you for working. You only decide what tasks you created on first day. Pick one task every day and you can start working, complete that. So that burn down chart will be there. No team lead, nobody will come and every day they will assign that you can do today this work, tomorrow you can do this work. Nobody can do. You have to work and complete your work only, which you have defined 80 hours for this sprint. So what you will do today, what you will do tomorrow, you can only plan, you can only pick, you can only complete and update there. That's all. Managing the sprint backlog. Any team member can add, delete or change the sprint backlog. So all team members have access of that sprint backlog, because that sprint you are only working. So anybody can add if required some task or hours, you can add, you can delete, you can modify, anything you can do. Or requirement understanding, any document is there, anybody can do any changes. Work for the sprint immerse. So based on the features, functionality, requirements, take the priority, which can come first, which can come second, think, and you can proceed your work. If work is unclear, define a sprint backlog item with a larger amount of time and break it down into later. So if you are thinking that this is a big work and I cannot complete, then you can split that by giving the proper reason and take or discuss with your product owner. Then we need some more hours, 20 hours or something. It is already came to our team. We already discussed within our team, so that we need more hours, or few parts we can keep or carry forward into next sprint. Update work. So whatever work you have done every day, you can update. 8 hours I completed this task. Against that task, you can update your hours. Okay, so here task Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So which day, how many hours you did for which task? So this is one example. Code, user interface code. This is for one developer. 8 hours he worked on Monday. Tuesday, the same task he worked for 4 hours. Wednesday, he worked for 8 hours. Like that, multiple tasks already created. Which day, how many hours he is working for that, those tasks need to fill. This type of options will be already available in that tool. Just you have to fill only. You only create, you only fill. Monday to Friday. So best practice is every day before log out your system, you can fill these hours. So that next day nobody will, because in night time somebody will check what is the burn down chart, how it is going on. If it is not filled one person, then the burn down chart will be wrong one. So always try to fill this on the same day only before you log out. So this will look like this chart burn down. You are burning, so it will go down, down, down only. So this is for whole team. Total hours is suppose 830 hours or something, or 800 hours. So that will be reduced. First day 8 hours, 8 persons are there, then 64 hours will be burned. Second day again 64 hours will be burned. Like that, daily the hours will be burned, and whenever your last day will come for that sprint, it will be 0. It will reach here 0. So completely burned. That's why it is called as burn down chart. So this chart diagram will be visible. So higher management or client, if they are seeing this chart only, they will see. From that chart only they can observe, okay, it is going smooth or not. They can complete or not. Last day is 2 days only. So how much it is coming? Near to 0 it can? Okay, fine. By seeing that only they can come up with the conclusion. And in that burn down chart, some formula are already there. You will not work. Some other higher experienced persons will work, so that if it is not going properly and your work is 8 hours, you have not completed that task, again you carry forward for tomorrow. Another person carry forward for another day, so it will come in red color. This chart will not look good. So it should come in green color, then only it will look good. So based on your definition, whatever you have given, this task, this hours, this task, this hour, if you are burning all those properly day by day, then it will obviously come with green color. Okay, so here different tasks are defined with different hours. So those hours, if you are burning in that sheet in the tool, then this dot dot type of diagram will come slowly, and it will form a chart. Next, scalability. So how many persons will be involved in a Scrum team? 7 plus minus 2. Standard is 7. It can be plus minus 2 based on your scenario requirement. So it can be 9, it can be 5. So the range is between 5 to 9 only, one Scrum team. It is not allowed 10 members in a Scrum team. It is not allowed 4 members in a Scrum team. The range will be between 5 to 9. Okay, so based on some factors only, this will be decided how many persons will be there, how complexity that application is assigned to one team, then what are the total duration, which technologies are using. So a lot of things are there, how many persons will take the leave. So one common leave also need to be added. Based on all those things only, it will be decided how many members are required. Okay, scaling. These are different Scrum team. So you can see in below, 3 Scrum teams are there. One is having 3 to 7, 5, 3, 8 persons are there. In second Scrum team, 7 are there. In third Scrum team, 5 are there. So on top of those 3 Scrum team, again another Scrum team is there. Okay, so they will guide to this Scrum team. So maybe these last 3 Scrum teams are new. They need some guidance. So some other Scrum team will be formed. They will guide to the newcomers Scrum team. Okay, so these are different Scrum team. On top of that, some more Scrum teams are there who are guiding since they are guiding only, so very less candidates are available in that scrum team, 3 4 like that only. And on top of that, again some other team will be there, so they will again recheck all the informations whatever they are working. So those are called as a scrum of scrum. So previous one is only scrum of scrum, and the second one which is coming now, this one is scrum of scrum. So on top of all scrum team, again some multiple scrum teams will be there. On top of that, again some multiple scrum teams will be there. They will guide, like reporting. Manager is reporting to senior manager, senior manager is reporting to delivery manager is reporting to department head, like that. So that was old fashion. Now what, multiple scrum team will report to some other scrum team. Those scrum team will report to some other scrum team, like that only it will go. And finally one head will be there, that may be a program director or some persons they will tell. Okay, so that's only in this agile. Here it is mentioned just which sites are good to learn, if any sites you require. Otherwise, some books also you can prefer. So nowadays, in most of the companies, they are using this agile approach only. Any questions from anybody? Bottom means I didn't get. Can you tell in different way? Oh, bottom means, okay. So on top of you, some other experienced team members will be there, and they are forming Scrum team. So based on 7 8 teams, one agile coach is there. Maybe you heard about Scrum Master certification outside. Similarly, another is agile coach. On top of them, next level of Scrum Master is agile coach. So here agile coach are there. Here three are there now, 1 2 and 3. So those will be agile coach team. On top of that, again they will report to some other teams. Those will be the director level, program director for that product. So those owners or directors will be there. They will report. There are also 3 4 members will be there. So these are the hierarchy actually. So here manager. Those things are not coming. Scrum only it is coming. One team will be there. Everywhere Scrum only. This is only going on nowadays. Okay. Any other question? Okay, fine then. If no question, we can close now. We'll resume tomorrow. 12. Okay.